We are talking today about 8.5, maybe, there we go, 8.5 volume of spheres. Okay, some key features of spheres that are good to know. Okay, a sphere is a solid in which each point is equidistant from a center point. You've got first the piece that goes halfway from the center to the outside of the sphere is called a, hopefully you know, radius. What's it called if it goes all the way across? Diameter. This might be a new term for you. The great circle slices the sphere into two, not semispheres, but hemispheres. Maybe you've used that term before, talking about the Earth. So great circle. Kind of fun. Okay, and then this guy is obviously the center. Okay, the point in the middle. Again, not going to do all these problems today. As we've been doing things with pi, your default needs to be to leave it in terms of pi. I will say, if you have one of these calculators today, not that it's terrible, but it is kind of terrible at fractions. And so the Casio is going to be fine. So if you have any kind of Casio scientific one, it does fractions fine. But if you have one of those little TIs, then you might want to pull up the Desmos scientific calculator because it does fractions better than yours does. I can show you how to do the fractions on this one, but I'm just going to tell you ahead of time. It's kind of obnoxious. Okay? Let's look. But it's better than nothing. Volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed, so we'll write that down. There's nothing, you don't have to find the area of anything first. That's the lovely part here. You're not going to just type it all in your calculator since we're trying to leave things in terms of pi. I'll put the formula first. What is the radius? It is 7, so 4/3 pi, 7 to the third power. Okay, the first thing you're going to do, obviously, is to figure out what is 7 to the third power. So you get 343. Because we're leaving things in terms of pi, so I'm going to do it over here. We're going to do 4 times what we just got, 343, over 3. Do you see we still have the 4/3 there? Pi. Okay, you need to do everything else. So do 4 times 343. I would do that first. I mean, you can do this all at once if you want to do 343 times 4/3. The goal, right, is just to do everything else except for the pi. So when you do that in your calculator, you're going to probably get a repeating decimal. Do you see that? You should see 0.33333333. If you multiply it by 4 and then divide by 3. If you haven't divided by 3 yet, go ahead and do that. And you're going to get this crazy decimal. But we don't like the crazy decimal. Okay? Because our goal is to leave things in terms of pi and to not round it. When I do 4 times 343, I get 1372 divided by 3. 457.3 repeating. Okay. If you have a calculator like mine, a Casio of any kind, then you will see a button that says F to D or S to D. If you click that, it will convert it into a fraction. And it will tell you that it is 1372 over 3. If you don't have that, because you have one of the little scientific ones that I just pointed out, it does have fraction buttons, but it's more complicated, okay? There is an F to D button on that one. It says second, and then there should be one that says F to D. But like I said, if you'd rather use this on the Desmos scientific calculator, it's a lot easier. So I'll show you more specifically if you have one of those, or just get the Desmos one out, please, and save yourself some trouble. What that means is that you're going to leave your answer in terms of pi like this. It's also a fraction. Why in the world do you want to do that? Because then you don't round. Fractions are your friend. Okay, so let's try number 3. Again, volume is 4/3 pi r cubed. Because you're given a decimal to start with, it's fine with me if you actually get the whole decimal answer. We'll go ahead and multiply by pi and round the whole thing. Okay, our radius is 2.8. 4/3 times pi times 2.8 cubed. You can certainly put this all in your calculator at once, or you can do it piece by piece. 2.8 cubed times 4 divided by 3 times pi. You can do multiply by 4/3 all at once. It's up to you and how you'd like to use your calculator. Just be careful if you're typing in a fraction. Some calculators make you do in parentheses. So if you do the rounded answer, then it comes out to be about 91.95. Is that not right?
No.
Sweet, love it. Hold on. So I was right. So if you just did that, then you're going to get 29 something, which ends up being this fraction. If you convert it, that's the exact answer, okay? If you go ahead and take that decimal though and multiply it by pi, because there's a pi button in your calculator, then it'd be 91.95.
Why would you run this one by pi?
This is a decimal to begin with. But I would prefer you do it in terms of pi. I'm trying to show you multiple ways, okay? If that's going to freak you out, then just leave it in terms of pi every time, okay?
Okay, I got none.
Meters cubed. These answers mean the same thing. One is exact, one is rounded, okay? Okay. Right, you've got half of a sphere, but we're going to ignore that fact. Yes, it gives you the equation for half of a sphere, guys, but we're not going to use that. We're just going to use, okay, if this was a whole sphere, we would do 4/3 pi r cubed, right? Let's go ahead and do that. So 4/3 pi, and then 5 to the third. What will I do at the very end to get it to be half? Divided by 2, yes. So let's go ahead and just do this as we normally would. 5 to the third power is 125, so I'm doing 4 times 125 divided by 3. I'm going to leave it in terms of pi so I don't confuse anyone. Times 4 divided by 3, and you get this obnoxious decimal. It's 0.6 repeating, so you need to convert it back to a fraction. 500 over 3. I'll have to show you in your calculator. It should have a button. It should say F to D, but then what's annoying about the little scientific ones is that it will convert it to a mixed number, which is never what you want. And so then you have to convert it to an improper one because of cooking. Okay. So 500 pi over 3. Okay, but is that actually what the hemisphere is? No. So then divide that by 2. And all you're doing is you're dividing 500 by 2, okay? So it becomes 250 pi over 3. And this is units, kilometers cubed.